Most people know NASCAR as a fast, loud corporate sport, but its story starts on dusty back roads and not on million-dollar tracks. To understand what NASCAR really is and what it says about America, we need to go back to a time when alcohol was illegal and outrunning the law was a full-time job. In 1920, the United States passed the 18th Amendment, which banned the production and sale of alcohol. But people didn't stop drinking, they just turned to moonshine. Illegal liquor, or moonshine, was brewed in hidden stills, often in barns, basements, or deep in the woods. It was unregulated and dangerous, but it kept numerous communities afloat during hard times. The hardest part wasn't brewing the alcohol itself, it was delivering it. Moonshiners needed to move their product without getting caught. That meant fast, reliable, and discreet cars. And this is where the foundation for NASCAR begins. Moonshine runners, often young men from rural areas, began modifying ordinary cars to outrun law enforcement. They used models like the 1939 and 1940 Ford Coupe, which featured powerful flathead V8 engines. They stripped out weight, upgraded suspensions, swapped engines, and hid liquor in secret compartments. Daniel Pierce from Real NASCAR explains that these were the first stock cars. They weren't built to race, but to survive. And Neil Thompson writes that when they weren't running moonshine, these drivers often raced each other just for fun, turning this skill into sport. Even after Prohibition ended in 1933, the driving culture didn't disappear. In fact, it grew. Local races popped up all over the place, in fields, fairgrounds, and country dirt tracks. Crowds gathered to cheer on the fastest bootlegger. And this wasn't about money, it was about pride, fame, and reputation. And this is the energy that laid the foundation for something more formal. In 1948, Bill France Sr. founded NASCAR, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, to turn a loosely organized underground racing culture into an official sport. The first NASCAR vehicles were still based on streetcars, like the Hudson Hornets, Oldsmobile 88s, and Chevrolet Bel Airs. They weren't showroom cars anymore, but they were still recognizable. These early races were raw, with dirt flying, engines roaring, no high-tech safety gear at all. It was just guts and speed. NASCAR quickly became a working-class sport, fast, rough, and uniquely American. By the 1970s, NASCAR changed lanes. Sponsors started to put some serious money into their teams. Big brands like STP, Winston, and Coca-Cola didn't want to just advertise. They wanted to win. According to Roberts and Olson, this shift reflected a bigger trend in American sports, which turned athletes into brands and events into entertainment. Races were now televised, drivers became celebrities, and NASCAR transformed from a community sport into a multi-million-dollar national business.
Test of the factory job's durability. It's here that the unsurpassed achievements of the family sedan show up to full advantage. The spectacular Motor City 250 is one of the toughest grinds of the Grand National Circuit. Enough punishment in an afternoon of driving for a car's entire lifetime on the highway. Watch that wheel come around the bend.
As NASCAR's popularity grew, so did the technology behind the cars. What started as Fords with V8s turned into highly tuned machines like the Chevrolet Monte Carlo, Dodge Charger, and Ford Thunderbird, with each one built faster than the last. In 2022, NASCAR introduced the next-gen car, the most standardized version yet. Each team now uses the same chassis, a carbon fiber body, 18-inch wheels, and a 5-speed sequential gearbox. Travis Vogan in ESPN, The Making of a Sports Media Empire, says that modern NASCAR reflects a shift from innovation to regulation, with NASCARs now built to be televised, built to be safe, and built to be predictable. From 1930s bootleggers to billion-dollar speedways, NASCAR has evolved, just like America. The sport began with rebellion, breaking laws, pushing limits, and refusing to play by the rules. And over time, it became structured, profitable, and nationally recognized. This shift mirrors the broader changes in American values, from freedom and improvisation to branding and control. Some say the sport has lost its edge, and others say it's matured. But either way, NASCAR tells a story about innovation, identity, and how America loves speed, risk, and reinvention. NASCAR didn't just grow, it transformed. And in that transformation, we see more than just a sport. We see the road America has taken, from moonshine to Monster Energy, and from dirt tracks to data. And in every lap, America is still chasing something.
Ka-chow! Ka-chow! Ka-chow!